Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Beavers will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Pitt Panthers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Panthers in the hurry up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
So now it's second and long.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Panthers are marching down the field.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. On the ground with the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will go to work for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
To the air, it's Overton. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Might be changing the route. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Finds a little space. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Here's a hit. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and a shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Pitt pushing the base.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
With the catch, it's gone.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's gone. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short. They'll go to the power running game. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air, it's Holstein. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hicks. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
Trying to run, it's Turner. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. The Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Overton. Pulls it in. It's Carr. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points,
breaks into the open. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now on third down for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught over the middle, it's Rodriguez. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires it down the seam. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They'll stop him at the 37.